Yep. Yes. Yep. There are. Yeah, Island Dog is right. We are going to be giving away some keys, guys. I see you asking. Island Dog has 3 to give away, so every 10 minutes or so, he's going to throw down a keyword for you. Keep an eye out on it, and I'll call it out too when I see him. So, Brad, I'm going to let you go back to talking about the benchmark. Sorry to have interrupted you.
Sure. So, anyways, we wanted to make a game where you're doing a massive battles.
Right.
I mean,
And these are massive.
Right? Thousands and thousands of units. I mean, I like Supreme Commander.
Yeah.
Obviously, Total Annihilation. The problem it turned out to be, though, is that if you want to have thousands of units, you really need a technological jump. And I didn't know this at the time. When we made Elemental, I was clearly ignorant of the technological limitations of the hardware at the time.
Right.
That if you want to do, if you want to have thousands of units in great detail, DirectX 9 is not going to cut it. And I can go into technical details if people want to ask on the channels. I don't want to bore them with a monologue. But I got to this, but I spent a lot of time. I knew the Civilization 5 team, and the Civilization 4 team, because our industry, we're very close. A lot of people would be very shocked to learn that like Stardock people and Paradox people and Firaxis people, we're all friends. Like when we go to trade shows, we're the only ones who will hang out, like, because we're a bunch of strategy game weirdos, and that we all congregate. So I don't know how gamers feel that they knew that. I mean, there's no collusion or anything. I don't want to make it sound like we're doing anything, like we're doing something nefarious. But we're in real life, Paradox, Stardock, and Firaxis are buddies. So that said. We got to know them, and they had just finished. The Civilization 5 team had just finished, and Civilization 6 was in the distant future. And a lot of the leads wanted to go and create a new type of 3D engine, and a real-time engine, which is something Firaxis hasn't really gotten into.
Right.
So they went off and they created a company called Oxide Games, which Stardock is funded, and they've made this engine called Nitrous. And what's special about it is that it uses all of your CPU cores. It essentially does in real time what CGI in movies used to do. And so now we could have an engine where we could have thousands and thousands of units and all this. And I've learned a tremendous amount of just how little I knew on 3D from the Nitrous guys over the last couple of years. Yeah. Because I'm an AI guy. Right. So, my background is writing computer game AI for Gaussive and all of our other games. So anyway, that's
so when I get my butt kicked in Sorcerer King, it's you I have to blame?
Well, Sorcerer King doesn't actually have an AI per se. It's actually designed to entertain the player. It's not because it's asymmetrical, so it's a little bit of a different thing.
Gotcha.
Basically, I turn knobs to determine how difficult it should be.
Gotcha.
So but Ashes, it has a serious AI, because it's like we got besides me and we have Brian Wade, and we got Soren Johnson's in the same building, who did the Civ 4 AI and Civ 3 AI. And anyway, I don't want to bore people with all that stuff. But before I start the benchmark, are there any questions from the?
Let's see what we got here. Let's see, is there anything that they've asked so far? You guys post your questions and also tag @Stardock for me. It will highlight the questions so that I can see it more easily, and that way I won't miss what you guys are asking. So if you want to help me out with that, that would be fantastic. I don't see any major questions at the moment, Brad, so you can go ahead and start talking about the benchmark right now, and I'll pull them up as we get them.
All right, so when people join Early Access, people need to understand that this is a new type of 3D engine. This isn't, and again, I'll answer any questions regarding what makes this engine, because I don't want to be accused of marketing speak. There is no engine like this on the market yet. Someday, given a few years from now, all the engines are going to will be something like this. It's just that we've made that switch over to where the computers are now powerful enough to do in real time what you used to have to do as pre-rendered. So I'm going to run the benchmark. This is DirectX 11. Now, if anyone from XSplit is listening, you need to make your benchmark you need to make your app support DirectX 12. I tell you, it is a nightmare trying to record DirectX 12. So when you get early access, you're going to want to see how well the game runs on your machine, and if it runs at all.
Right.
Now the game does run on DirectX 11. Let's take a look. I have our AMD Radeon 200 series. This should be decent.
Yeah, I ran some capture from this the other day.
Yeah, I would. If I had to guess, I should get in the mid 20s on this. Not wonderful. All right, so it's going to prepare the benchmark, which just means it's loading up tons and tons of assets and having to create the map. Takes about 3 minutes.
While you're loading the benchmark, we got a couple questions. Somebody asks, Foxer153 says, how many players maximum in multiplayer at the moment?
Right now, I think we got this. Now, the goal is to support as many as possible.
Okay.
And that's going to come through early access. Really, it's, I mean, whether it's 6 or 20 or 100, it's,
right.
It boils down to what works on those machines. And here's why. The hardware today can do thousands and thousands of units. But you know what? The internet is, and latency, if I have to transmit where if every player has 15,000 units and there's 100 of them,
right,
it gets to be, so we're going to have to really be careful on how. Oh yeah, imagine.
I've got it at the lowest possible on XSplit at the moment. Is it still too loud? Alrighty.
All right, so yeah, the trick is that how much, if every player has to transfer back and forth, what the importance of all their units are. I mean, even the units you don't see on the map, I've seen people say, well, I don't understand it. Call of Duty, which Battlefield, which has 64 units to transmit.
Right.
That's a very different thing than if every player has thousands of things. Not to mention, you get into synchronizing them all and want to have a good performance. So right now, though, we got 6.
Okay. And will there be something like a mod or mutator for infinite resources like in Supreme Commander?
Infinite resources?
I'm not really sure. That's just what somebody's asking.
I'm sure we can. Are they meaning like because there's, for example, there is no unit count in this game. There's no, like in Total Annihilation, you had up to 250. You could hack 500 units.
Right.
There is no limit to the number of units in this game.
Oh, good lord.
So, which Derek Paxton has abused.
I saw that.
Tremendously.
We'll be pushing that troll post live in a couple of days for you guys.
Well, that's his strategy. He calls it his ant strategy because he wants to see, well, can he do that? Because the cheaper units only require better, whereas more expensive units require
the radioactives, which are a little bit harder to get. I've had some trouble with that in my playthroughs.
Yeah. Now I would just build a bunch of Zeuses and mow them down.
Is Zeus your favorite unit, or what is your favorite unit?
It depends on how I'm playing. Now, one of the things about the game that's a little unusual, so traditionally, like in Total Annihilation, you had Tier 1 units, and then you basically replaced them with Tier 2s.
Right.
And a little bit that was the case in Sins with Solar Empire. In Ashes, you're not supposed to stop building any units. There is no replacement. There is no Tier 2 tank that is just a better version than the Tier 2.
Right.
So how we sound?
Game sound okay? Okay. I've got it on the lowest possible setting at this point, so.
All right, so let's see. Oh, see, only 20 frames per second on this. Now, I wouldn't normally run it. What am I running at? 1920 by 1080. And, oh, yeah, the setting. Look at the settings are all at high.
Yeah.
So I'd have to run it lower. Now, ironically, if this was DirectX 12 on this same card, I would be getting like 40 frames.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty massive. And the difference is DirectX 12 allows every core to talk to the GPU, your video card, simultaneously, which is huge.
Right. And that's the other thing that people want to know is the experience so vastly different between DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 that if they don't have DirectX 12 and Windows 10, is it still a problem to run on 11?
No, it really depends on the hardware. This is why marketing shouldn't have me do live streams. GeForce NVIDIA cards on DirectX 11 run great. They have done crazy things with their drivers so that DirectX 11 is actually so good that it's hard for them to get a big boost on DirectX 12 because they've basically underneath the covers are doing all kinds of stuff to get the most out of their hardware.
Right.
So DirectX 12 in some ways does what NVIDIA was doing under the covers on DirectX 11. I mean, it does even more. So NVIDIA cards will give even more on DirectX 12 as time goes on. But if I have an NVIDIA card, DirectX 11 is fine. A little bit AMD on DirectX 11 is not generally, it's still really good, but DirectX 12 AMD really shines. But visually, they look the same. The difference is that what settings you'll have to run at and how much hardware you'll have to throw at it. Like, if you have DirectX 12, you can actually run this game on a laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Surface Book, once we get it down to being able to run in 1 gig of video memory, you could run this probably on a Surface Book if you're using DirectX 12. But DirectX 11, forget it.
Well, we broke Twitch. Or Twitch broke us.
What?
That might just be your download.
We're not on?
My download?
You just might not be getting it.
Oh, okay.
Are we still online there?
We'll find out. Can you still see us, guys?
Well, we should have at least one person here at Stardock that's on.
Well, I'm technically monitoring the stream, and it's queued for me, but that's just me.
Are we still broadcasting through XSplit?
Yeah, that's what Adam previously had set up, so that's what I've been.
No, I mean,
does
it say we're still broadcasting?
Oh yeah, we're still broadcasting.
It just cut out.
It just cut out. That's strange. I think I'm gonna for once, instead of taking the responsibility, I'm gonna blame Brad for this one because it worked fine before you got
I
here.
see.
Lots of people saying that they want ashes, so that's a good thing.
Well, we should be going up on. Can people still hear me, or are we down?
They may not hear us live, but this will be broadcast on YouTube later, so we'll just keep talking until we get this fixed. So.
All right. Well, yeah, we're supposed to be going up live on Steam in a few minutes.
Yeah, actually, now, right? It's about 1:15, so. Not network. So I don't know what's breaking. It's got to be Twitch. This time it's Twitch. It's not me.
Well, could you restart your broadcast maybe?
I could try that. Do you think that'll work, Bruce?
It can't hurt.
It can't hurt.
All right, let me restart the broadcast. Broadcast. Okay, we're back online, theoretically. Of course, as soon as I cut the thing, they're like, "Oh, it's working." So,
all right, the internet.
This is Twitch this time, not us, guys. I promise.
I don't know. It's all right. I've already written my first negative Steam review about the game as we speak.
I have a tendency to break technology, so I usually will take the blame for stuff like this. But
all right. So, are we back online?
We are back online. I see our faces, so that's got to be a good thing.
Woo. All right. So I'm looking at the breakdown here. I'm just looking at the number of batches that this is still. Even I know that if you're technical, the idea that on this game that we can on this hardware we're able to on DirectX 11 getting 24.5 frames per second, even though we're throwing 8,700 batches at the card, it just shows how good the Nitrous engine is. It's crazy. Look at
look at that.
Where's that one? The satellite shot 31,000 batches. You wouldn't even think to do that.
That's crazy.
No, yeah, that's insane. 31,000 batches. Maybe there's someone on the Twitch channel who can explain to others what the significance of that is. But that's insane. And we still got 15 frames a second on this hardware, which is, I mean, it's not. This is not a wimpy machine, but it's not I would not call it a high-end machine either.
No, I think we've had that machine for a while, so it's not like we
mostly the video card.
Yeah.
On here, I mean, the AMD 290 is good, but if you really wanted to do it, what you'd want to do is you go to options, video, and then you'd want to see the quality profile. On this machine, I should be going to medium, or low even, and it still looks good. Our medium, low it's not like it looks like a DOS game or something.
Right.
So, in fact, what I'm going to do for us, even though will it break it if I restart the game?
It shouldn't break, no.
Okay, I hope not. I'm going to put us into low.
Okay.
Just because I prefer the smoothness. Mid, and I'm going to do some custom stuff.
All right.
I want shadow quality. You can do mid on that. All right, I'll be right. So I'm going to have to exit out.
So I've heard nobody's been able to beat you yet, Brad. Is
I
that
would
true?
hope not. I mean, I was really trying. I know the marketing people were wanted me to. I'm a diamond. I play StarCraft a lot now, which is ironic because this game is not like StarCraft.
I didn't know that you liked StarCraft. That's awesome. I do too.
I'm at high diamond.
I'm not good at it, but I like
it. I was trying to get into Masters before, because I thought it'd be kind of Master StarCraft player, Brad Wardell. I can't, and I've had I played.
I'm curious, what race do you like the most?
Terran.
But
I had a game against Marine. Not Marine Lord, but anyway, a pro player. He destroyed me so bad.
Oh no!
I totally lost my shit. Because I'm not used to being owned that bad, and I realized I will never be. A
good owning is rough. That can really hurt sometimes.
Yeah, that was tough. I'm gonna go ahead and try up Drenji. Since I'll be demoing, I'll keep it an easy on here.
Let me know when I can go back to. I've got us on big camera right now. I'll go back to screen when you've got the game.
To screen.
Okay, back to screen. Here we go. There we are.
Okay, so I'm just setting up a game here. So we set up now we have multiplayer. Like I said, multiplayer works well. Now this is early access. We're not we're calling this pre-beta.
Okay.
So not so much because of stability, though I'm sure there will be plenty of stability issues, but because it's still missing some core features. So let me walk you through some of my complaints.
Sure. And we have a couple of questions too. Somebody is asking if any of the campaign will be in the early access version. I believe the answer to that is no, correct?
It's not going to be a campaign in the traditional sense. We had walked through. It's kind of funny. I had written up this long story-driven campaign. We even had some cutscenes made, and we went, what's really fun in this game would be we're all fans of Rise of Nations, and said, well, why don't we have a war between, because we designed the story campaign before we realized how good the AI was working out.
Right.
So if anyone who's ever played RTS, anyone on this channel who's played RTSs knows that RTS AIs tend to suck. And there's a reason for that, because they're usually almost every RTS out there currently on the market is single-threaded, unfortunately, because it's really hard to synchronize the gameplay on the screen in real time with your AI.
Right.
So you're actually running your main loop. So the AI has to be really simple. The AI in Ashes is multi-core, and that means it's actually able to do stuff in the background asynchronously from the rest of the game. I'm being too technical. And I'll happily answer any technical questions. I just don't want to bore everyone if they're not interested in AI. But the bottom line is that the AI in this game is really good, even in early access, where it doesn't even do. I mean, it's still an alpha AI.
Right.
So we decided we'd do Ascendancy War, where it's kind of like the Galactic War from Boneyards, except you have lots of AI players fighting it out, and you get it actually turns into more of a meta game, even though it's single player. But it's not the mission 1. You must escort this special bot to a special planet. It doesn't. We decided not to do that.
So it's different. Okay.
We do plan to have the Ascendancy War in early access at some point.
Okay. Cool.
All right. My complaint: multiplayer. So the custom ranked games are just about ready.
Getting close.
They were supposed to be ready for early access, but they're just not quite there. The custom match, though, is we don't have a host migration in. So if you're playing with 8 guys and the host quits, that's it. Host migration will be in before the beta. But early access, we just want to make sure it works.
Gotcha.
But if you're playing one-on-one, it's not a big deal. Or if you're playing with friends, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Since I usually host it never came up because I always win. But, because I'd be always the last one in. So but it is a big deal if the... So, all right. So let's do single player. I'm going to play on the Drenji map, which is from Gal Civ.
Oh, okay.
I'll go ahead and keep it on easy. Like I said, we eventually wanted to have this to be lots and lots of players. There's really not a limit for us on a number of players. It's just in terms of what's fun.
Right. No, that makes sense.
I would like to see one where it's just a knife fight.
Oh, God.
I'm one of those people who really like large maps. I know that a lot of people don't. The data shows that most people play on the smaller maps.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I
one
like
of those.
my big maps. Give me lots of players and
I'm kind of a turtler when it comes to games like that. So like the more players there are, in a lot of ways, it's kind of beneficial because people tend to forget about me until the end. So that helps, but I can't always rely on that.
If you hold down the shift key, you can actually manipulate the camera when you're with the middle mouse button. Of course, they're I'm sure marketing's horrified. Look, I can break it.
Big giant black sun.
Yeah. I am actually arguing, and this is the thing. I feel like too many games will get dumbed down. We're like, oh, well, we can't let the player do this, and they can't let. It's like, you know what? They're not dumb. If they want to screw with if they want to clip, let them clip. I mean, you can't do it normally. You're not going to accidentally clip through normal play. But if you're
right,
let them clip if they want. If I want to take a screenshot, show the skybox. Talk about an unnecessary thing too. We do actually have a skybox in there.
Oh, really?
Right? I mean, you're not. It's a strategy game. Why do you see the sky?
Right.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and. So the game mechanics are a combination of Company Heroes, Sins of a Solar Empire, and of course Supreme Commander. You have metal deposits spread around, and radioactive, which is like your Vespian gas equivalent if it was Stardock.
Right.
I'll go ahead and start building here. You click on a unit, you can see all the things he can do. He has his construction, you have your quantum upgrades, and you have your global abilities here, which I have none in, and we don't have hardly any in beta.
Right.
Which I should be building. You can build more engineers by clicking on your Nexus. If your Nexus dies, you die. But
gotcha.
Easier said than done because it is heavily, heavily armed.
Okay.
So you're not coming in, and it has 10,000 hit points, so...
Right.
You're not going to come in and get killed because some guy rushed you with a few tanks or whatever.
Okay.
Now, it's a two-tier economy. This is something that turned out to really work out well. I'm going to go ahead and just build some stuff here. And I'm going to put on repeat queue so that I don't have to micromanage it. I can have these guys help build. So by two-tier, what I mean is that just owning this region, I get the resources from here.
Right.
But I can also then go and build extractors on here, which will give me even more. So it's kind of like a mixture of Total Annihilation in that if you can build metal extractors and radioactive extractors, they never radioactives, but metal extractors. Thing radioactive is energy.
Not enough metal.
But you also get some just by owning the region. So I'm sending my guys down here, and there's some creeps here to that you have to deal with. And if you see my income, which I'm already screwing up, let's talk about the user interface.
I do that real well. Mess up my income.
A good player would never have this go on, and I would not normally have this, but I'm not going to give away all my strategies. But you have a streaming economy, which is one of the things that makes Supreme Commander and Total Annihilation and Planetary Annihilation unique from other strategy games, is that you don't have to sit there and micromanage and go, oh, I don't have enough resources to... I'm going to send him down here. You can build anytime you want, but you can get yourself into trouble.
Right.
This will get a lot fancier, but I can see I have 5 income, and I've got 15 spending, which means I need to send him.
Now I have a question. I'm curious. To take StarCraft as an example, you can eventually deplete a Vespian geyser, deplete the crystal that you have nearby.
These
do
are
these
infinite.
deplete? They do not. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, and you definitely want to. That's a. So if I hit the space bar, I can see how everyone else is doing.
That's helpful for me to know.
I made them put in a button here, so you can also do it here. It's easier just hit space, and you can get an instant. One of the things we're going to be looking for from early access, after people play the game, mind you, because if someone who's new to the game goes, well, I want to zoom out and everything should turn into icons. You go, no, you don't. You say that after you've played for a few minutes, but when you have 1,000 units, you do not want it'll be just a soup of icons. So you can't do that. We have to, if we want to have some other, abstraction where I zoom out and I turn into something, it needs to be something more clever, something we haven't yet thought of, because we've already done all that. We've already done the zoom out turns into icons. It does not work well.
Okay.
Other things we're looking at, you zoom out and you get a glow. So that's one of the areas that early access people can actually make a tremendous difference.
And we do listen to our community here, which when I first came here, I really was impressed with how much the community matters, and that's awesome. Yeah, so we hear you guys. When you tell us stuff, we hear you.
So I'm going to queue up these guys, go and capture a bunch of regions. So again, if I capture regions, as long as they're adjacent, so I'm going to give them control 2. So when I make someone into a control group, they will they show up on the mini map. That's one of the things you've got to get. If you're not used to doing that, you got to think of each of these as an army. And look how little queue there are. People are going to definitely be asking for rapid starts because you start with so little. And then it's hard to believe, look at how few, I just have a few units here. It's like, oh, what? Where's all the units? It's like, yeah, they're coming. 'Cause I'm right now, in a minute here, it'll get pretty crazy. All right, so let's see. I need to get over here. There's a, I want to capture this, and then one of the other reasons is that terrain matters in this game. And, so because you have plateaus and stuff. So I can move, putting guys up here that have line of sight. It has real line of sight, which means it's not fog of war based.
Okay, yeah.
That means, well, it's called fog of war, but it's not radial.
Right.
So if I have a unit here, I can't see up here. It's physics based.
No, that's really cool. That's very different.
And expensive, but that's what the multiple cores are for.
Right.
So where you put stuff, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build some air. I'm going to build my next building, which is
I think you might appreciate this comment, Brad. Apple Coos 1 says, this game will be the reason I fail my final exams.
Yeah, I tell you, I've been waiting a long time. I mean, years for a game that I felt. I mean, I have these high-end systems, and then the games come out, and they're like, oh, well, it's DirectX 9. It's like DirectX 9 came out in 2003.
Excuse me.
I mean, that's not a complaint. I'm just saying because you can make reasonably pretty stuff, but I want to have lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff is awesome. My issue is I have a hard time multitasking, so that's something I keep working on. Like when I play a lot of StarCraft, is that
one of the things to be aware of.
Focused.
So we don't have this in the UI yet, but if you hit the F1 key, it'll select an idle engineer.
Oh, that's really helpful for someone like me.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell people that until I'd played some multiplayer games because I wanted to be a big man. But
so when we play this internally in teams, I call dibs on Brad, just so everybody knows. I'm calling dibs now.
Yeah. So you can also have these guys assist. Now, it's not like Total Annihilation where it's infinite assist. I mean, you can do infinite assist. It's dumb to do infinite assist, though. I'm going to go ahead and create.
Well, that answers my questions about what I can do with engineers when they're not building, so that's helpful to know.
So, yeah, the first one will, pretty much double it. The second one does it 50%. The third one does 25%. The fourth one does... So, there's diminishing returns on it.
Okay.
So, let's see. Where should I send him? So, again, let's go over here. I want to get over to here. I'm going to send him over here. And then tab back. See how double tap on 1 to get over here.
I see.
Send them over here. So what I want to do now, the game has 2 ways of winning.
Okay.
So again, it's like we're combining Total Annihilation with Company Heroes a little bit. That one way is to annihilate your enemies. Total Annihilation.
Right.
Annihilate your enemies. The other way is to get enough victory points. So on the map, so you see how there's a bunch of little symbols. The triangles, and we may actually keep them this simple. Triangles represent Trinium generators.
Right.
The player with the most Trinium generators starts popping up points. And now, right now, in the beta, we're going to have this area at the top show you a lot more information because it can sneak up on you that someone's getting a bunch of Trinium generators. But the player with the most will start popping up 1 Trinium per second. If they get to whatever the max is here, they win.
Gotcha.
And we're still determining what the map default should be because
you're still
too
playing
small
with that.
and the game ends too quickly.
Right.
All right, now I'm going to build another factory here. This is the way I play, and it takes some getting used to. To start thinking of that you're building. This is a war machine you're building up. You're building an economy. This isn't. I'm building a squad of guys, and you need to think of each of these as a factory. So this factory here, I'm only going to have them build 2 archers, 2 brutes, and a Hermes.
Okay.
The archer is really good against bigger units. It shoots rockets. The brute is really good against other crappy units.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. You should talk about that repeat queue. That's a great feature.
Yeah, the repeat queue.
That's
so
awesome.
this will just keep doing it.
Yeah.
This guy will provide radar coverage, and then
that's fantastic.
Oh, there's a dog.
Oh, there's a dog. Aw.
All right, so now I've built my second one because I'm doing poorly. I'm actually building up too much metal and radioactives. Yeah, she knows how to open doors.
What, are you serious?
I'm serious. So
She actually let herself in.
Yep.
Oh man, Brad's
So-
dog just came in here.
So I'm going to go ahead and so I'm going to put this guy back here. I'm going to come over here, and this time I'm going to build Artemis. He's an artillery unit. And then I'm going to sprinkle in again a brute and an archer, and then I'm going to tell it to build a Zeus. Zeus wipe out cheap units like crazy. So if someone's just massing crap units, the Zeus is really good against that sort of
Right.
thing. But he basically does nothing against the higher level units. It's the Apollo is really good against anti-air. I know the AI is not good with air yet, so I'm not going to build that. But if you're playing someone on the internet, you better build these because God, you better build them. The Nemesis is a sniper unit. I'm going to tell this guy to over here. And then I'm just going to keep repeating this. I'm going to go ahead and build this and then have it. And I'm going to tell this guy to build here. So they're going to now. So it's amazing how quickly you can start to build units. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this into my new first army and tell him go over here, here, here,
We have captured a generator.
here. I don't know why. And then hold that position. So any questions from people
A
yet?
couple. We've got Alavion asks, what do you think of being able to cap controlling a region or multiple regions with a building that increases productivity of all extractors in that area
It's
by
coming.
X amount? Okay.
It's called a power amplifier.
Oh, hey,
It's
look at
being
that.
made right now. It's not in the game yet. So the way that will work is that will be a very expensive building in which I could come over here with my engineer, build an amplifier, and it doubles the resources of the region, and it makes it take a lot longer to capture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically again from company heroes, in that sense.
And let's see, we've got somebody wanted to reiterate the question from earlier that we were a little confused by. My last question was referring to something like mod support. In Supreme Commander, there was something like activate this to get 5 times energy and 5 times mass.
I don't know what that is though.
I'm not sure either, so you may have to give us some more clarification on that, Moody. Also asking about, will there be something to accelerate the game time so that the game runs faster if you build something big?
Oh, well, I mean, you can hit the plus and minus keys to speed up the pace of the game. And in fact, I should probably do that here. But since I'm talking, it's tough.
I actually didn't know you could do that, so that's really helpful for me too.
Yep. So, obviously, system dependent. We don't allow it yet in multiplayer. We're still
Okay.
And I have a feeling that multiplayer will probably eventually be like StarCraft and default on faster.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, look at all those.
So one of the things that is tough especially if you're coming from a game like StarCraft. Now, if you're used to Supreme Commander, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're used to StarCraft, it is somewhat of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send this guy here to take this. And that is, you have to think of your control groups as armies. Now, right now, they're tiny armies. And I'm going to actually form them into an army. So forming an army will turn this into one unit.
Oh,
Watch
I
this.
see.
So I can hit the V key, or just click here. And what this does is this creates a meta unit. So if you ever played Kohan, you already know what a meta unit is, even though they weren't called that. We'll go back to 4. But every single one of these units. Now, I should have done this when they were first formed. So at first they kind of act crazy as they form, but now they will act as a single unit. Clicking one clicks them all, and if one is attacked, they're all aware of it. So that's becomes a very big deal when you're managing lots of units.
That is, yeah.
Because you don't want them to just stream to death.
No.
All right, so I am one of the things I'm not doing a very good job on is I'm not building up my tech. So I'm going to go over here and start building quantum relays.
Mm-hmm.
Quantum relays, basically, the lore is that me as a player, I am this very powerful being, but I'm very far from this world. Quantum relays let me get more of my innate power to this world.
Gotcha.
So they will let me get access to new technology, as well as let me make use of the orbitals, which are not in the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
But you can imagine what orbitals are. I build this, I can bring down a nuke on someone, or call down special units, or scan an area, and so on. So in fact, I'm going to go ahead and make this the 5th army, and I'm going to turn it into a form army. And this way, the reason that becomes a big deal is like when I send this guy over to, I would definitely want to take this. Is that you want your units to be all looking out for each other without micromanaging it, right? Think how nasty this game would get if, so let's see, 5. If I had to micromanage tens of thousands of units. Oh yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, no, I've been.
So this guy has built a. He's already got a dreadnought building. So I need to pick this up.
There's some questions. Are there big cannon-like buildings?
There are lots of. In fact, let's find. What happened to my? One of my engineers just died.
Oops.
So a Big Bertha. So. There's not a Big Bertha in the game at this time. There are a lot of defensive buildings, though, including and I was planning to be building them right now, except that they killed my engineer. But yeah, the idea is that you will be able to take see this wonderful looking thing. Imagine having built some artillery pieces up here, and
yeah.
But we're not looking to have a artillery piece that can attack, say, over here. I personally hated the Big Bertha in Supreme Commander, not because I don't like artillery, but it really annoyed me that some guy could turtle up in his base and basically attack me across the map. They just, but I mean, the maps in this game are so big.
Island Dog just trolled our chat. He said keyword incoming, and everybody started typing incoming. The keyword is dreadnoughts, guys. So if you want to enter to win an Ashes key, type in dreadnoughts.
Ooh, what is this? What is this? What did I?
Nice troll, Spencer.
All right, so here's a good example. So this guy, this is an Artemis, right? Well, sorry, this right here. You notice how they're all working together here, even though this guy's actually pretty far away. That's because this is a meta unit. When this guy attacks him, he's attacking the entire army. So I've given this is the intelligent AI at work. So these guys have been ordered to go over here. These guys are kind of holding the flank.
Oh, I see.
See that? See how it's working? Look, I mean, look carefully. This is my artillery unit, and this is my close support. He's sticking by him to make sure that nothing gets to him, and he's holding the flank, even though these guys are over here. Once the coast is clear, they will turn around. See? And move over to rejoin the main group.
So that's what's happening
Not
there.
enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes it can be because it's people are expecting. If you're used to other games, you might be thinking, "Oh, I thought armies were just a formation." It's like no.
Yeah.
They're a unit. They are supposed to act as if you're a StarCraft pro, micromanaging the unit.
That is seriously cool.
Now you don't have to do it.
Right.
You'll get your ass kicked online if you don't, because humans. It's sort of like. I really like if you're in a fast car. So a lot of people debate should you have a manual gear shift. Problem is, no.
Bruce says yes.
If you want the best performance, you need to get automatic. But you can do manual if you want to sit there and micromanage up. There's nothing stopping you from going, my artillery unit here. I'll make him the hotkey 3, and I'll make this guy hotkey. In StarCraft, for example, I have my Marines are 1, and I have my Ghosts is 2, and my Siege Tank or mines are 3, and I'm whipping between the 3. And I do not. You can't. That is not the way to do this game. In this game, you would. If this was StarCraft, you would turn all that into a meta unit, and your Ghost would go out and do his EMP on his own. But if you want to hard play old school, you can. Oh, look how terrible I am. I suck. So
You haven't seen me play, Brad, to say that.
So there's a few things here, and I'm not paying attention to my tech. Now, we need much better UI than this. A flashing thing telling me I can upgrade my tech is stupid. So I'm out of logistics. See this?
Oh, yeah.
Now, the logistics warning's coming back. We had a lot of false alarms earlier where I would say, you need more logistics. So I'm not building anything right now, anything new. So I need to increase my logistics. So stuff will start getting built. Now, every time I go up a tech, this is awesome. I love this. These are tech levels, and eventually these will actually show you the number of what level they already are.
Yeah.
There'll be a little number here.
Oh, I see.
You can go up forever.
Really?
Yes. So there is no. So I'm now logistics 2, but it goes up in cost to go up another level.
Right.
So
But there's no limit to levels.
But
is what
I
you're
love
saying?
that. This is one of the best features in this game because, like in, again, I'm gonna use StarCraft, but this really applies to any RTS. So in StarCraft, you can get 3 levels of armor, right? Mm-hmm. And that's all well and good. Ooh, my first army got annihilated. And 2, see, again, I'm not paying attention. 2 should go here. 3 should go.
It's really hard to talk and play at the same time. Actually,
4
I've been
is
challenged
guarding
with
over
that.
here. All right, 4 has that. I'm gonna need to make a 6th arm. Oh, let's see, 5. Where's 5 doing? Oh, whoops! I sent 5 back. You need to go back over here, and I'm gonna cheese it. I'm A moving. A left click.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I like the idea of infinite. I like just infinite upgrades.
Right.
Right. If I'm playing the game and I'm doing well, why should I get bogged down? I don't want to stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep. So going back to the my tech here, I can keep improving my storage, which will let me. Which I should have done earlier, but I don't have. I need to keep building. I am building buildings. All right. I can and keep my weapon damage. So imagine StarCraft if you could just keep upgrading your weapons forever. Now it costs more every time, forever. Same thing for unit health and radar range.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see these empty spaces here?
Yeah.
Those are for early access players to come up with. We've left room for 6 more so that our players can, because again, we're not doing, early access in this game is not a demo. And as some people may know, Stardock sold Impulse years ago, so it's not we don't need the money. But what we want is, this is a next generation RTS. It's this is a big opportunity to do it right. Let's get everyone
right.
And I'm going to form an army. And
congratulations to Doom Weasel, who has won a key for Ashes of the Singularity.
you know what? I really better build a advanced factory. So
Good plan.
20 minutes in.
And guys, keep an eye on the chat. If I miss your questions or if we're busy yammering here, Adam is in the chat. He's one of our devs, and he can answer questions for you. So keep an eye on that too.
All right. All right, First Army, go here. We're gonna try to actually. I'm gonna try to go here and kill off. I'm gonna try to kill yellow, which I probably won't because I don't have any. Oh, so other things too. Now, again, why do I have a crafty scout? Because some units, the scout does 2 things. One, it provides a good level. Look at the how much vision it gives, which is nice. It also provides radar coverage. Some units most units have a range further than their line of sight. Mm-hmm. So you want to give them line of sight. Derek and I didn't tell Derek to go after me, but I absolutely wiped out this huge force of his because he couldn't see me, but I could see him. So because he didn't know, no one ever wants to build a scout, right? The scout doesn't blow anything up. It's like, yes, but and you see in case you're wondering where all this blue is, this isn't Fog of War. This is where, as far as I have radar coverage.
Right.
So if there's a red blob, that means there's a bad guy there. Let's see if
okay.
And if I was playing better, and I should, I need to start building some defenses. Not to mention, I'm not demoing the game very well because people like the turtle, right? First of all, I should be building a radar up here. Mm-hmm. Radar in this game is not radio. It's
really?
Line of sight. You put I put a radar tower right here. The radar signal will actually get blocked by the hill. So be smart where you put it.
Awesome.
And then, let's see. I need to build more.
Liberatus21 asks, does Ashes have experimental units like in Supreme Commander, like the Spiderbot or Megabot?
No.
No.
We have, well, unless you want to consider the Dreadnoughts to be experimentals.
Gotcha.
Now, as time goes on, I mean, this really gets into, it depends on how long people have been following games.
Right.
Okay. So Stardock has been, are we the oldest independent game studio left? We're 23 years old, but the point is, if let's say you have a favorite game, a favorite RTS, and think about whatever it is. Now, if it's StarCraft, you're in luck because Blizzard obviously still favors StarCraft. Mm-hmm. You know what? I think the problem with this guy is that these guys are, make a note, bug. These guys have made the flying unit the parent.
Oh, I see.
See that? So they're all kind of drunking around. But see this radar, there's a radar contact here. So we're going to
Oh, I see what you're saying about the red. Okay.
Anyways, think of whatever RTSs you're a fan. Now, what happened to the company? Wouldn't it be great if your favorite RTS was still being developed years and years later? The sequels. I mean, I bet you. I mean, one might argue that Porsche lines was still being developed by Gaspard Games, and they would have some crazy engine.
Right.
But we're going to be in this for a very, very, very long time. So Ashes is just, the base game is just the beginning. There's nothing stopping us from having a giant crawling monster that walks across these chasms. Or, I mean, basically, whatever the fans want, we can eventually add in with enough time.
Right.
And sales, right? I mean, if no one buys the game, then that's a different
Then we got a problem, right?
But I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty of people wanting to buy the game.
I think so. Cravant GDS asks, will you make it possible to change in-game video settings without restarting the game?
That is probably not by release. And the reason for that is that you really want to have, I know that's really nice, like in a lot of games do it, like StarCraft, for example. Yeah. A lot of time goes into doing that, and they end up not fully. When we turn on a mode, we basically are doing some stuff to the video card that is not always kosher. Well, it's kosher. They support it, but it's not widely used. So the answer is it depends on the video setting.
And 2 people right now just asked, are there super weapons yet?
That is what the orbitals are going to be.
Oh, okay.
And they're not in the. They will go into the beta.
And they're asking about underground features like tunneling.
No.
No, none of that. Look at all that, man.
Yeah. Now, that, unfortunately, my 5th Army has been wiped out.
Yeah, that's
except for the bombers.
Yeah. I like the way they fly.
Nah, the bombers still, in case anyone's asking, this is almost hovering. They're going to be going, and they're going to get a revisit on how they work.
Oh, I see.
See, that does make sense. They're flying like as if they're kites. So eventually they will fly, shoo, shoo.
Like flybys. Gotcha. That's pretty fantastic.
All right. So I'm going to, let's see, I still need.
We got about 10 minutes left in our stream, guys. So if you have got questions, keep putting them up there for about the next 10 minutes or so.
Not enough metal.
I need to get more. I have 2.
More explosions. Here. Explosions are good.
Yeah, the explosions are just starting to go in. Anyone who's been,
we only
got even these basic explosions just got in. Oh,
you got some red there. There you go.
Crap. What?
You said you got some units coming in there, huh?
Yeah, I see. It's a big, and they have a T3 in there.
Ooh.
They have a.
Is that the big one?
It's an artillery unit. So he could actually from here, if he had vision, he could actually wipe out. Look, he could wipe out from there.
Just with that one unit.
Oh yeah, but.
Oh man, look at all those missiles. I love it.
This is not a game. Now, one of the things also about this game, notice that the units don't just go. This is what I always want. I know this is. I'm not the only one that complains about this, but we intend, because we can support so many units, we don't expect people to have to baby civilians and go, oh, they died instantaneously.
Right.
So look, I mean, even the T1s are not instantly dying. They are
exchanged
dying
some hits, yeah.
Because they are facing some really nasty units. Like this guy here, he's going to die. So, see that? He's about to.
Yeah.
But he had 6,000 hit points, and he basically came into the Hornet nest.
Whew.
Pretend there's a huge Death Star-like explosion. Not that like. We're working on it.
Explosions are great.
It's funny because the engine, we don't have, we can't do, well, we could. We don't, because you can do this sort of thing, we have to do actual 3D modeled physics-based explosions. So it takes quite a bit longer to do. Whoops, you need to go over here. You guys need to come over here. So this guy, right now there's only 3 dreadnoughts in the game only, but
right.
One dreadnought, this guy,
look at all the guns
all
on
he
him.
does is kill other dreadnoughts.
Okay.
But if he gets in where there's not another dreadnought, he's pretty vulnerable. He can't even attack from behind.
Oh,
each
really?
Each of these turrets can aim on its own and attack individual units, but I mean that's still very limited.
Right.
I need to get back over here. In fact, we're gonna get to see this.
Awesome. Lots of big booms.
The the enemy one you saw is the siege one. He's there. He's basically there to kill the enemy buildings. So, since I know who wrote the AI and I know what he was doing, most players would have built their stuff. I mean, a logical thing would be to put buildings here, but I didn't do that. I put them over here, luckily. So he was coming in here to try to wipe out my production.
Gotcha.
I'm actually
will there
not
be
winning,
naval?
by the way.
Foxer asks.
What's that?
Will there be naval? Somebody asks.
Not in the base game.
Gotcha.
We're going to do an expansion that adds a whole line of ships, and the reason
Oh,
for
cool.
that is that we really wanted the ships where they're physics based. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe that. We want to have real water mechanics with subs. I need to. So this is a land that's been drained of water.
Yeah.
But imagine the water. Pretend that there are multiple levels of water. We want to be able to have a pretty rich naval game in itself, and we couldn't afford to do that in the base game
Gotcha.
itself. So it's not like, oh, I'm on water and I have naval. It's like, no. What's the depth of your water? And the way the water works needs to be like how real water would be. And what happens if there's ice flows in that water?
Right. General Chaos Z asks, will engineers or another unit be able to steal an enemy tech unit? Also, will stealing construction buildings be possible?
Not with the engineer.
Not enough men.
Now, we want to have units that are essentially... Whoops, I need to create a Prometheus. Area down. Oh, Hyperion. No, that's supposed to be... Oh, Hyperion, right.
Enemy dreadnought
We do want to have basically a theft one. And that is where
Okay.
they can go in and steal. But because of the size of the maps, it will probably not appear as a unit you build, but as one of the special abilities. So the global abilities. So in other words, what you really want to be able to do is if someone's not paying attention, and I come over here. In fact, I think let me go ahead and use one of my abilities. I'm going to scan. Imagine I scan over here and I go, haha. Well, no, he's actually protecting it. But imagine if he wasn't. Drop down a thief, and
I see.
if I go over here, you can actually see. If I took this region here, I don't know if you can see. If I were to take this region, steal this from him, then it would actually block his. It'd actually stop all of his resources flowing. They have
From
to,
out
a
here,
resource
right.
has to flow to your nexus.
Yeah.
In order to get it,
That's good to know, too.
and that one of the first orbitals will be an engineer, so I could actually do that.
Let's see, what else do we have here, question-wise? I think I got most
I
of them.
want to get one more, and I really should be building more.
Enemy dreadnought destroyed.
Nice.
Oh, I suck. Look at the. You need to go and I never did capture these two regions. I bet people have been watching this and going, my God.
Man,
this
if this is suck, I don't want to know what adjective one would use to describe how I play.
Well, I mean, I would have been destroyed online if I was playing Bray or someone.
Enemy dreadnought destroyed.
Well, you are sort of dividing your attention.
Well, what I want to do is I want to come up here and I want to build this up. I need another engineer. Well, I can definitely steal one from here. This is
What about defenses?
Radioactive.
I'm not sure what you're
That's
asking.
what I'm
right
trying to
now.
do. Is I want to get over here and start building turtling. See this spot? I need the turtle in here. So first of all, you build a radar. Second, well, you don't have to. Then I'm going to go ahead and build a bunch of Smarties. So someone said, well, why don't you have walls? And I'm like, you know what's even better than walls? A wall of missiles, missile launchers.
Nice. Kravan asks, will you add the possibility to build multiple bases while you're building? That's a interesting question.
Bases.
I think they mean multiple nexuses.
No, the Nexus is because that's one of the game-winning conditions.
Right.
All right, and then I'm going to build. The next thing I'm going to build over here is I'm going to build a repair bay. This is you better build a repair bay because that will automatically repair everything in the area.
Oh, in the area. Okay.
Yep, with little drones. And then I'm going to keep going. I should just be hitting it. I should give him these hotkeys, but. And then I'm going to come in and have him go and build nastier These things are really nasty. These are shoot one shot, one kill. They only fire infrequently, but they will take down
Nice.
high level units.
See, they're the defensive buildings that you guys were asking about. So.
Oh, I'm not finished yet.
Oh, he's
The
just getting
drone
started.
base. Yeah. So then I'm going to come over here because I mean to keep this area. As I want the drone base. Now they're a little bit more expensive. Do you see the area that they?
Yes, I've built those a couple of times before.
Yeah, and
in
they're
my
very
playthroughs.
satisfying. And if they don't have defenses, if they built the wrong combination of units, so this is obviously, this is Super Turtle. Now another thing I should be doing, and what I'm going to do, if you're a good player, which I'm not today, is I need to build. I'm going to build. This is going to become my specialized factory over here.
Right.
And I'm going to build a bunch of Artemises, which are my artillery, because I don't have a good cannon yet in the game. I want them, but I want to talk to players about that. I want to see how the meta works before we commit to any more units. And you can actually see where we've left spaces, right, for players for the future.
Fabulous.
But look at that. Let me zoom in on this, because a lot of people don't realize that these units are not one-trick ponies. Like this is a Zeus right here. But look at, even though he's got, this is his main Gauss cannon type thing. It's a lightning cannon, shoots like, but he also has these little ones for taking out, for a little bit of self-defense.
Excellent.
And then this is this guy here is that's the Artemis. He's the artillery. Well, one of the things I want to eventually add on, see, this is for future, is to have a long range, unlock this and turn it into a long range.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm holding down the shift key to do this super excessive zoom in. See, 3, 1. Yeah, you need to go take that region. And then I want you to go back and start building stuff. Look at that. I just suck. You just automated up. A lot of the game though boils down to you have to take your economy seriously, and like right now you should never have too much or too little. So like I should be building up my metal storage and my radioactive storage and my weapon damage and my hit points. This is
right, the storage.
Sitting there and letting it sit there like the and my logistics, because again, infinite units. I mean, if you play long enough.
Now, Dupness has a good question, and we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier because Brad mentioned that the Nexus is really heavily armed. He asked, is it possible to just rush down the Nexus for a quick win, or are there things you can build to make a Nexus invulnerable?
There are things that will make them rue the day they were foolish enough. Let's do that.
To try it.
Now, first of all, if I was playing a human, I'd be dead.
Okay.
Okay. Because a human would have come over here with bombers. So if you're playing the game against the AI, because AI is not building bombers yet. But a human player would come over here and just wipe me out. Look at that. It's completely undefended from air. So the first thing I would do here is I would build anti-air, because that's the one thing I haven't done. Flak. So I would go boop.
Right.
So that's at the very least. Now you want to talk about invulnerable, because that's not invulnerable. That's just defense.
Yeah.
So let's say you do not want. What people worry about is they don't want to be assassinated.
Right.
Right. That's very frustrating.
Yeah. No,
some
that
guy
is.
sits back, builds a bunch of bombers, nukes your base.
That sucks.
I would be ticked off. I'm
Right.
writing a negative Steam review from that. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I would be tempted. I mean, that's the sort of thing. It's like, come on, guys. You didn't think of some guy holding back, building 30 bombers and just nuking your base.
Right.
Please.
And that's no good.
Right. So, first of all, I should be have some Furies here. You are stupid. Come over here.
Enemy
The meta unit
dreadnought
stuff is
detected.
still a work in progress.
Right. Looks great
All right,
so far, though.
You need to. Next thing I would do is I would build some repair bays. I would probably build at least 2. So if someone does get through, they are not going to just kill you instantaneously.
Gotcha.
Then I'd build some fighters, and since I'm defended here, I will rally point them over to here.
Enemy
Ooh,
dreadnought detected.
well, these guys are about to.
Whoops. Oh, yikes. Yikes.
That's the end of it.
That was rough.
All right, the first army can come back over here. Boop. So there's the first army. The third army isn't really an army anymore. He's that.
The
Oh
enemy
no!
So we're gonna just come back. We're
One
gonna
sad little
form a new
lonely
army.
unit.
So eventually, think of all the stats and stuff we can show here. We do show some stuff here, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of fun. This is,
That purple's really reaching.
well, yeah, he's reaching, but look, he's been outflanked here.
Mm-hmm.
If I could take that region, oh god, I bet you. I wonder. Let's go over here, and then I'm going to.
So we're gonna go all out and
See, I could
do
come
reckless
here,
rash
see,
things.
I would drop
because
in-
we're almost done anyway.
Well,
So
if I had the orbital in there, I would drop an engineer right here and
Mm-hmm.
steal this, and then everything that connects to here would be disconnected. He'd be
you would cut off his supply
take that,
lines, right?
build a bunch of defenses,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically punish them for being greedy. One of the things I want to point out, even though I'm not playing well, but I've already got 200. I'm barely playing, and I've got 200 units.
Right.
And the other guys have probably a lot more.
That's crazy.
And it was like, woo, look at this.
So many things.
I mean, because normally I'd have even more factories, because it is about building up your economy and stuff. So,
Yeah.
all right, so I have some drones here. I got, you need to go over here, and then I'm going to tell you to go patrol.
So we are nearing the end of our time together. Are you going to just try and recklessly take that area just to see what happens?
I can't. It is, are you kidding? I mean, they're not. He's no fool. Basically, because. All right, so he's trying to counter what I did because
Oh, I
you know what I
see.
didn't do? Look at that red.
Oh.
Guess what I don't have? What
Oh.
unit should I have here? One cheap unit.
That's your
One
scout, right?
Scout plane, and I would be annihilating him. Crap.
Whoops.
But I can.
Enemy dreadnought
In a pinch, I
detected.
can bring him over here.
Yeah.
Come over here. Oh, that's the brute. I grabbed the wrong unit. That's what happens when you play too zoomed out.
That's the story of my life. I'm always pulling the wrong units.
Yeah. Well, I like zoomed out. One of the things that another reason why we don't use icons though is that when you get used to the game. Now, when you first play the game, like, I can't tell the units apart because I run into
Right.
that every game, especially one with vehicles.
Yeah.
Oh, he's screwed. 'Cause I got- wait, maybe-
Oh, look at that.
Oh, he's been upgrading his guys.
Oh, the tank.
But
That's a lot of yellow.
yeah, I wasn't done with my. Oh, and he's got anti-air.
Oh no! That looks like a problem.
I definitely took a chunk on with my defenses, but they weren't done yet. But he's in for a shock
Oh man.
because the third army is here. Form a unit. I'm going to
Oh, man.
quickly
Not
upgrade my
enough
unit
math.
health because I should have been doing that in real time and not saving it up. But you can.
Whoops.
Now the other reason why you wouldn't want to you might want to save it up though, and this is the thing: you're not punished in this game for not microing and going, "Oh, I should have bought tech." Is that that's stuff you can use for abilities? Like you go in and you realize, "Oh, I should have spent a bunch of oh crap, he's got the high ground." Wait. Is that you could now would be a great time to bring down a nuke,
Right.
unless he has resources saved up to.
Right. Which could be a problem, I
So
suppose.
this isn't a game where you're having to build endless nuke silos or anti-nukes or whatever. You're doing it through global abilities.
Right. Awesome.
Enemy
Because that allows so much flexibility. We build one building and we go, hey, we want an anti-nuke, or we want, again, look at the global build. Well, this can go all the way. Global abilities from here. We can have these go out to here. There's no limit to the number of abilities. They're so much more fun to do.
A massive fight right there. That's awesome.
And I can do it globally. I mean, obviously. I don't have to go in and find a particular building somewhere on the map and go, oh, fire a nuke.
Right.
Or grab my ghost.
Right.
Because this
Just
is
like
not
that,
about
too.
APM. This is about managing. Oh my God, though, I can't believe my army, my second army.
Ooh.
I've got them pretty dead now. So I'm going to come over here, and we're going to go all the way to this victory point. I'll be playing this game after we go off the. Or let me go ahead and answer any more questions.
Let's see. Adam's actually been taking a lot of them, which is awesome. I think that we hit most of the questions that I see here. So unless anybody has anything lingering that they'd like to ask Brad specifically about anything, hit us now before we go off stream. because I think that he's going to be engrossed in trying to make this game work for him.
So yeah, if I was trying to defend against air, I would just guys here.
Well, I know I've just learned a lot in this last hour about how to play this game. It's been really helpful for me.
You know what we have to make bigger are these guys here. These
those little drones?
These aren't. Yeah, the drones are not little balls. They're actual full-blown units. They're just not. It's little.
You can't really see them.
Yeah, they need.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make them bigger because they're not. We're not going to get any credit for the fact that each of these little drones is actually a unit. I mean, they're almost as complicated as a T1. There's just we made them too small. My dog is sleeping. Oh, yeah.
Mew178 asks, Brad, will the game get Vulcan or will it be only DX12?
It's Vulcan. Oh yeah, Steambox.
Oh, cool. And then
Steambox, Vulcan. You name it.
AMD Crossfire in DX12 mode? I think these are tech questions I don't understand.
Watch for the Nantech is going to have an Earth. Believe it or not, we have something so much better that it's going to. It's going to be. Once this gets out, it should be every game site and every tech site will be covering what we're about to.
Enemy dreadnought.
Because it's going to be like, well, duh.
Right.
I'm not going to say it. Those. So yeah.
Oh, look at you go.
And this, remember, this is alpha. I mean, pretty big. But we do need. We need players playing the game. We need that feedback because at some point we will have to lock down and say we're going toward because the engine's starting to get premature. What we want is to get player feedback in and of course hardware. Oh, one other thing. So we made the units. The units have hover, right? Partly for lore, but it solves the pathfinder. They can just float over each other, right? They don't have to.
That's great.
So you can. Because if there's a gajillion units, that would be a pain in the butt. Let's see how they nicely go. But they don't flip.
Will there be DLC eventually for new unit types? Yep.
Yeah, that's a big. This is a game that really lends itself to DLC. So
yeah.
Someone comes up and says, "Oh, you guys, we're playing a game and we really need such and such." And we go, "Oh, right, we didn't think of that." We can. Like I know one. I've already designed one that isn't going to be in the base game because it looks too late. But I want to the Ares, and it's basically a close air support, like an A10 type unit.
Right.
Because the Hades is a really good bomber, but he's a bomber. It's like sending in an F-35 versus A10 debate.
Let's see. We've also got. I'm going back to something you said a little bit earlier about differentiation of units. Zuitar 327 asks, seems hard to easily tell the difference between them. Any plans to differentiate them further in the future?
Yeah, there's more differentiation in terms. Well, their function is very different.
Oh yes, absolutely.
But visually, yeah, in fact, we've had a bunch of screenshots we've put up of different art things we're looking to do to make it so that they're more recognizable.
Awesome.
In particular, the Zeus and the Nemesis are hard to tell apart. Now, once you get used to the game, I mean, you can tell that's a brute and that's an archer. It seems when you're first seeing it, they go, oh, they look all like boxes.
Right.
But as you get used to it, it's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
But definitely. I would say, like, as an example, so this is a Zeus right here. This guy. Now I know it's a Zeus because I've been playing the game. But if he had like a little thing there that showed his lightning ready to strike, then you would know that's a Zeus.
Right. That's a technical term, guys. Just so you know.
There we go. Here, check out. So each of these turrets has its own firing solution. So only that one can get a firing solution over here.
How cool.
He's damaged, as you can see. Look at it.
Dubness asks, how many playable factions are in this game? At the moment.
At the moment, there's only one.
Yes.
All humans. For release, there's two.
Yes.
The substrate, which are the... They look very different.
You can check out the lore and the story on our website, guys. Got lots of background on it as well, and more to be released as time goes on as well, obviously. So
on every shot is a light source. So here they got drone swarms. So you can see they're actually taking. Oh yeah, see that? That's a sentinel. One shot, one kill. Oof.
Dang.
But they only
the
shoot
big giant
once every
gun right there.
seconds, so
right.
You can overwhelm them with crap units.
Can they take down your giant dreadnought in one shot too?
If they're, but not not one shot.
I was gonna say, man.
But he is definitely doing a job. See, 1,000. It takes 10 shots.
Okay, I see. It's quite a lot.
And they have repair bays. So you can see these little things here. Those are repairing, which is bad. So this thing's actually surviving. I just love that the units don't. Oh, wait, yep, there went my dreadnought.
Oh,
I do love though that the in this game the units aren't disposable. They're not. The dreadnoughts will gain experience and gain new abilities, so that we want you to care about them.
Yes.
But even the crap units, I mean, this guy has, well, he's about to die, but 405 hit points. I mean,
it's a fair amount.
yeah, and you know, the damage and stuff it's kind of StarCraft standard. So if you know what, like a Marine in StarCraft has 50.
Right.
So they're comparable in terms of, so 405, and that's per guy. That's not for the group. See, we have one decent explosion.
Yeah.
What are some any other questions?
Nope, I think we're about ready to wrap up. So again, Brad, thanks for taking time out of your schedule to hang out with us today and talk about this game. This is awesome, and the community seems really excited about it. So
I can't wait to. I'll be playing it multiplayer today online. So
awesome.
I'll be looking for my games, and yeah, I can't wait to.
I'm gonna have to come and hang out with you and learn some more soon. So thank you guys for joining us on the stream today. Check us out on our Facebook, our Twitter for updates and news on Ashes of the Singularity and all the other cool stuff we have in the works. And again, thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you next time. Hey, it's the Stardock stream again, like 5 minutes later, and Brad's still playing. So
yeah, I don't mind.
I'm gonna take our cameras off and go onto screen so you can still hear him chat while he does this. Creature of Existence, to answer your question about Galciv 3 stream tomorrow, no. But watch our Facebook and Twitter. We should be going back. We're definitely Sorcerer King next week with Scott. And I believe also for the 30th, we're doing our Halloween stuff. So we'll be doing something on that day. But Galciv will be back, if not next week, for sure the week following. I just got to check with Paul and make sure he's got schedule.
Yeah, they're working on the expansion right now, which is... Oh, I need more engineers.
Oh, Adam just said, I'll stream some more on my channel.
One of the things people should notice is how many times they play an RTS and they do like stupid, send death trains of crap, right?
Right.
Here, even on easy, the AI is puts together some pretty scary looking forces.
Yeah.
And it's not cheating, by the way. The AI is not conjuring units. It has to go and build factories, and it has to do everything you're doing.
Fabulous.
All right, we are going to put up.
Thank you, Bruce, for making sure nothing breaks.
Enemy dreadnought
Now watch, guys,
destroyed.
as soon as he leaves, it's all going to break.
That's why I stayed until the end.
The official end, yes. Thank you, Bruce. The unofficial official end? Whatever works. I'm going to leave for just a moment to freshen up, and I will be right back. So I'm going to leave you guys with Brad.
All right.
The enemy has
Oh, I didn't
secured
realize this
terminal
was a
level.
ramp. Huh. And I designed the map. All right. You should just build Artemises, because you are going to be my artillery arm. Oops, you over here. I'm just going to pick a couple Artemises. 1, 2. Any more Artemises? I know, like I said, when you first get in the game, you go, how can you tell the units apart? And then after you play a few, it's like, oh yeah, I can literally, even these might as well be icons, because I can tell every single unit, even just zoomed out. All those archers, the brutes there, of course. That's obviously a Prometheus. The question is where I'm going to send this guy, and the answer is right here, because there are bad guys over here in radar range. Notice that the Artemises can attack things in radar range, which is if you have radar. Now, I don't think I'm going to win. Wade has to be taken out. realistically, we're going to have to build more units here. Take some more Artemises. I wish I had more radioactives. Radioactives are circles, and the reason why I want radioactives is that nemesises are really good at doing devastation. Or I could build lots of Hades.
Enemy dreadnought
There's
destroyed.
absolutely nothing wrong. You need to go here, and then you need to go here, and you need to go here, and here,
Enemy dreadnought destroyed.
and here, and then here, and then I'll come visit you in a while. So you don't have to micromanage. I just send them there. They're an army. They're supposed to do their job. My job is to manage a war, not. I mean, I can if I could sit here and battle. Just I can StarCraft if I really wanted to, but. Total Annihilation was nice about that. I could take this and I can right-click this unit here, and now they're, so take this guy, right-click here, and now they're this. That's I formed a meta unit. I don't have to hit the V key. I can do stuff like that. I can go here and right-click here. Oops, you here. And now we have a meta unit. Let's send them on a mission.
See if they're saying anything. It looks like you're making a comeback here.
Yeah, I'm paying more attention. I still need to build more engineers because I need to get more factories. But
Yeah.
in order, if I want to do that, I really need to. I really need some defense up there first of all. So we're going to send that little army up here.
Enemy dreadnought
That's pretty
detected.
cool.
Yeah, but I only have. I really need. Darn it. I'm going to build a forward base right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks. I didn't get the Artemises up here fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm sending a bunch of Artemises. Now
Oh, it looks like purple's climbing up pretty quickly on the victory condition for the Tyrannium.
I know.
That's dangerous.
I'm trying. I need to
I
get
see.
this purple right here, and
Mm-hmm.
he took out
Oh.
orange.
Oh, I was just going to say, wait a minute. Weren't there 5 players? Never mind.
Yeah. This is so nasty. This is such a. Luckily, I don't have to figure.
This looks so cool.
Well, if I was paying attention, I'd have a lot more units.
Right. I would not want to be pitted against you, Brad. That's for sure.
Well, there'll be people online who will absolutely destroy me. I guarantee it.
Well, I feel like I could definitely learn a thing or two, not only about this game, but also I'd like to talk StarCraft with you sometime. That's pretty cool.
People do not. I get sworn at a lot the way I play StarCraft. So.
I'm pretty slow. I play it for the story. I like the story.
I have never played a campaign.
No?
No, I have no interest. I don't like campaigns.
Mm. Yeah, I'm the story girl, so that's me.
All right, let's see if I can. I wish I could do drone base.
There you go.
I mean, I can. I don't know how. See, these Artemises, though, even though I don't have the high ground, and we're able to do. Oh, that's not high. That's our Hermes. What happened to my? Oh, I guess I lost my.
Enemy dreadnought destroyed.
So you do double tap to get the bring up your guys, the army.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like I said, you really got to do that. Yeah, look at that. I'm not even
Ooh,
a major
man.
player in this game. It's really purple. It's purple.
They are reaching, that's for sure.
So we gotta.
Look at all your little drones.
I'm keeping 3 over here. I really need a new first army, but. All right.
So as far as strategy differentiation goes, I remember reading some stuff that you wrote about how different units fare better against, there's a lot of variance about what fares better against different units and things like that. So the idea of just building one type of unit could really shoot you in the foot later if you only
you'd
do
be
that.
Destroyed. Yeah, Derek likes to build the cheap the cheap units, which is
Right.
fine. But I could go. I mean, the Zeus unit will just
Wreck
hose
'em.
them down.
So you wouldn't need as many Zeuses to wreck a large amount of his tiny
No,
units.
I mean one Zeus can take out like half a dozen. But the Zeus, on the other hand, would be only takes one Nemesis to wipe out a Zeus.
Gotcha.
One shot, Zeus is gone.
Okay. So really, variety is really important in this game.
Well, you need to watch what the other guy. I mean, obviously, most people won't be dumb enough to make all one. Someone's
Right.
going to go in there and say, "Hey, I should just make a bunch of Zeuses," or one of the Nemesis. I'll build a bunch of Nemesis. It's like, all right, well, I'll send a bunch of archers and kill a bunch of archers and kill you because
Right.
the Nemesis, the sniper guy, he kill one shot, one kill, but archers. Archers it cranks out 3 at a time,
Enemy
and
dreadnought
they do some serious
destroyed.
damage, and they can. I mean, they're cheap. But on the other hand, if he has a Zeus there, he's going to wipe out that archer.
Yeah.
All right, new first army. Yeah, I'm going to have to get serious here,
Serious business.
and this time we're gonna go right here. Oh, good. I got him here. So I really need to be building more of these. But I'm afraid to put them over here. So we're going to come back here. Boom. Another reason why you have to have the streaming economy is, can you imagine if I had to pay for this up front?
Right.
It's going to take that guy like a full 2 minutes to get over there. Why should I have to pay for that? I mean, it'd just be very oh my God.
Whew.
You know, if I got up here, I'd get a victory point. So I'm gonna actually try to take him out.
Oh yeah.
It may not succeed because I've only got one. Oh yeah. He's really dug in. I just want to point out the AI had to build all this stuff. This isn't a case of the AI had some script.
Yeah.
I hate to show off. But at
Right.
least the game's good.
No, very.
Which is another thing to point out is that in terms of looking at the units, and there's still people on the channel.
Yeah, there's still people here.
Uh,
About 60 or so.
Oh, okay. In terms of recognizing units, bear in mind at higher quality, you can it makes it more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I imagine eventually we'll upgrade our streaming computer to be able to run this more optimally. Look at all the drones.
Oops, you know what? I forgot to turn him into an army. So when I get him, this is when I actually don't turn him into an army. See this? It's like, this could be a death train if I wasn't. Oh,
Enemy
crap.
dreadnought destroyed.
Uh-oh.
Dreadnought taking damage.
See, I'm in radar range and he's just artillerying me.
Oh, I see what's happening there. Okay.
Oh, you know though, if I had I have no radioactives. I need rads. There's a rad right up here. I need that.
Enemy dreadnought destroyed. Dreadnought
Or I
reporting
can take
critical
this.
damage.
Oh, he's
Dreadnought lost.
Someone asks, can you tell where exactly the enemy nexus is located by looking at the mini-map?
Yep. See the little what looks like a flower?
That's okay. That's what I thought.
1, 2 purple ones. That's bad. I'm gonna
Oh,
lose.
because they took orange, they take the nexus?
If I don't get these two, Nexus counts as a victory point.
I see.
And if I don't take these two here really soon, purple's going to
Enemy
win.
dreadnought
Gotcha.
detected.
So I have one kind of booking over there as fast as I can, which sucks. In fact, I'm not even going to have him form an army because I just need him to get there. For armies move slower, but they have a lot of advantages. What's Army 2 doing? There is no Army 2. So we need to... Yep, I lost that army up here.
Oh, no.
That's okay. I did some real damage to him. Look at him. He's already down to 17,000.
Oh, that was some pain, yeah.
And I want to build more. Let's see. Oh, that's right. He's just now getting over here.
Meandering his way over to you.
Yep. But see, if I just had a few more radioactives.
Yeah, isn't that the problem?
Well, what I'm going to do here pretty smart about selecting. I'm going to take this and then this. At least I'd get one more radioactive. And yeah, this is where if I wish I had the power amplifier. Because I mean, radioactives, I have 4, but I'm using 9.
Right.
And I have lots of tech. I should be paying attention. Let's see, radioactive storage now. Oh, could I get more?
Enemy dreadnought detected.
I don't need my radar range any further.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Come on. There's sound effects because I don't get any sound.
Yeah, no, they can hear sound. I've got it low because it's otherwise it drowns out our voices, but they can hear sounds. It's coming through my headphones pretty loud, actually.
Oh, the low quality trains. Oh, one of the other things that I don't think most people realize, these maps are procedurally generated.
Oh,
That means,
what do you mean?
An algorithm makes it.
Oh, I see.
So I could make a map. I could make a map in 5 minutes.
That's cool.
And so we're going to be giving away the map editor because it would be insane not to.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty fantastic.
This is my first time doing that.
Can Brad turn his microphone up? Is it hard to hear, Brad? Did you put your face away from it a little bit?
I might have moved my face too far away.
Yeah, these are really sensitive.
Yeah, so the people will be able to make their own maps.
That's fabulous. Got some people shouting out to Sins of a Solar Empire as being something that they love, so just thought you should know that.
Sweet.
I haven't had a chance to explore that one myself yet, so I hear a lot of really good things about that game. I'm looking forward to going and playing some retro.
Yeah, this is basically Sins of a Solar Empire on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So
I mean, that's an oversimplification, but...
Well, yeah. Now, how old of a title is Sins of a Solar Empire?
2008.
Okay.
We released Rebellion just a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Was that an expansion, or is that like a standalone?
It's a standalone expansion.
Gotcha.
It puts everything together.
See, I'm learning lots of things today.
All right, so I'm captured that Trinium generator,
Mm-hmm.
and he is still gaining because I still need to get over to here.
Yeah. Oof.
And I'm just taking a beating because there is a huge army over here, and there's really nothing I can do. Because here comes Purple with a really nasty army. Oh, this should be interesting, though, because I'm reasonably dug in. So I have one shot. Boom. Oh, he has a Nemesis, which is basically a portable center.
That's a big kaboom. Staying outside of what you can see, though, that's not good.
Yeah, well, it's my own fault. This guy's going to die, though. Boom. Yeah, not very satisfying explosion. We're working on it.
Can you guys hear Brad better now that we've moved his microphone? Let me know if you can't hear him.
Okay, this is not looking good.
No, it really kind of doesn't look good.
2385.
Oh, boy.
I really need...
Enemy
I'm
dreadnought
going to try to build some
detected.
artillery units. It's kind of a desperate gamble.
Slightly latecomer to the stream has asked, how long is an average match on this size of a map?
This size of a map, it's probably this is a pretty big map. This is a 6-player map. 5-player. This map's 5 players. This is a free-for-all map. I mean, I've been playing for 69 minutes. It's probably, I would say about 72 minutes.
He's looking at the Tyrannium here.
Yeah, because Purple's about
Purple's wrecking you right now. For those of you who are latecomers to the stream, Brad wasn't paying attention at the beginning. He was answering all your questions and chatting with me. So
this is easy AI. And
don't call yourself out on that.
Enemy dreadnought destroyed.
But I'm if I could just get... Come on, 2. Well, you need to take this. You need to take this.
Oh, they can hear you now. That's good.
Whoops, 2. Who's stuck up there?
Dreadnought taking damage.
Oh boy.
So
They're just
24,
crazy.
63. I'm going to die in about
Enemy dreadnought destroyed. Critical
A
damage.
minute and a half?
about 20
Not even.
seconds. No, see?
Not even. Oh, geez.
Now that's why you need this thing, because this will sneak up on you. It's like,
Yes.
you are about to lose. You are about to lose. And 20 seconds.
Yeah, that would be me. I'd look up and be like,
If I
oh,
could-
crap.
Come on. Oh, yeah, that was my last hole.
And down it goes. Oh,
But
no.
this is one of the ways you keep from having a really obnoxious stalemate. Hey, I did capture the. That's it. All right, summary. So this is our kind of our ghetto game summary screen.
Yeah.
So let's see, military spending. Yeah, Wade won.
Oh, yeah.
Any buildings destroyed? Let's look at the economy. Harvested, wasted. Look at that waste. Ugh.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, look at that. Now Kip did lots of tech. Not
Oh,
to do
yeah,
him
it
a
sure
lot of
did.
Good.
No, that didn't help him at all.
Yeah, he just need to have the color. Too. He was
Right.
yellow.
Oh, yeah, that would help to know.
We're still working on this graph stuff,
Mhm.
but
Oh, look at that.
so metal income. I was red. I was coming back. You can tell where I started paying attention, but it was too late. Radioactives, military might. I had a good army at the end.
Yes, you
Too
did.
late.
When you finally started paying
I
attention.
can't wait till we
yeah.
have line graph controls in here. We're doing this with little dots right now.
Yeah, well, that's really cool.
Regions controlled.
It's a great way for people to take a look at the progress.
So that's it. That's the
That's
game.
Ashes of the Singularity, guys.
I lost.
You did, but that's okay.
All right, everyone.
Well, thank
I
you.
hope to see you online later today.
All right.
I'm playing games.
Well, thank you guys very much for joining us again. Check our Facebook, our Twitter, and keep an eye on our Twitch stream for what we're doing next. Have a great day, guys.
All right, bye, everyone.
Thanks, Brad.